Hey, you already know what time it is. You gotta shine your light. Hey,
Be honest.
whoa. When you see me walking by, you gotta shine a light.
No judgment, no criticism.
Chest so high, feeling good, you gotta shine a light. Big smile on face, keep it up, shine a light.
Toxic relationship.
Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. Big smile on face, keep it up, shine a light.
Even back then.
Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. So shine a, shine a light. 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 God said for shine a, shine a light. Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light. Walking down the street, I see people trying to fight.
You know who you are.
Negative energy, I don't see, I'm out of sight. Positive things, you gotta bring to light. Teach a kid to read and ride a bike. Shine a light.
Hey, everyone. Shine a Light is back. How is everyone doing? I hope this little hiatus did not do you no injustice, but we are back and back and strong. And I am so happy to be back. This season, we are going to be having different entrepreneurs, maybe a couple that you have seen me with on other shows, but most of them are new entrepreneurs. So I am excited to bring them to you, to shine a light on them so that you can give them some love and attention and all of that good stuff. So, as y'all know, this is your girl, Butterfly Thoughts, aka Kimmy B. And again, welcome to another episode of Shine a Light. Yes. So, our first guest, I'm going to let her introduce herself, which is you have seen her with us before, either on Shine a Light or on Coach's Corner. So, welcome, my sis, y'all other sister coach, Keke Chanel.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
Hey,
Introduce
guys.
yourself to the people in them.
Yes, welcome. She is back with Shine a Light, and I am so excited to be here. For those of you who do not know me, I am Keke Chanel, award-winning author, lifestyle blogger, certified life coach that specializes in mindset and personal growth, and owner of Kicking It with Keke Media, where we have a podcast and a magazine called 19 Lifestyle Magazine. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you again for having me on your platform.
Absolutely, my sis. It's been so many different things that has been going on. We just started back Coach's Corner as well. So, how has this little break from Coach's Corner, how has that give you another level of oomph to be able to see what we can do next with Coach's Corner?
Just a different perspective. Sometimes you have to take a step back to see where you're going to go. And we have a lot of podcasts out there, a lot of different platforms that specializing in, coaching and stuff like that. So just wanted to take a little step back, make sure that, you were doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. And so when we come together, we are being purposeful people and making sure that we're pointing to them in a positive way, like we always do. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited about Coach's Corner because we are talking about the Purpose series. This whole season is all about purpose. And I believe that as you elevate and grow and evolve into the person that God has you to be,
right,
just looks different. It's bigger than you. You realize that your purpose is tied to helping others, giving them a voice, giving them insight, giving them perspective, giving them the tools and different stories and sharing your testimonies and things like that, that will help take them to the next level, because change is something that we all should strive for. And so with Coach's Corner, we are there to inspire change.
Absolutely. And and I'm so glad that God had put you in my life, because you continuously allow me to be that change for others and continuously encourage me. So I just want to say shout out to you on that. Thank you for that, because the more you grow, the more you inspire me to grow, and the more you inspire others to grow. So thank you for allowing God to use you, one, and allowing God to put those assignments in front of you and being obedient to
Absolutely.
his purpose for your life. Because then now you
Absolutely.
give other people a platform and what's the word I'm looking for? Just a
Safe space.
permission to live their life. So let's talk about Coach's Corner just a tad little bit more. Um, last season, what did we really talk about? We just talked about random conversation. We just had random conversations.
We had different topics, but most of last season was more focused on mindset, I believe.
Right. Yeah, that's what we did. And this season, like you said, we're talking about more about purpose. And in purpose, I find that a lot of people's mindset on their purpose for life, it always consists of the money aspect. What do you say to those when you're looking for purpose? How could you shift people's mindset on what their purpose is, and it's not always necessarily tied to money?
I mean, first and foremost, I believe that when you operate in the need for money, you're overlooking your purpose, because purpose is not tied to the money aspect of it. Purpose is tied to helping other people find their way. The money will come, especially if you operating in your God-given purpose and doing what God has called you to do. It will flow. But if you are operating in it from a place of, oh, I need to do this to make sure that my bills get paid, that is not purpose. That is a hobby, or that's a job. Hobbies, jobs, and purpose are totally different things. Yeah, sure. Sometimes can align, but your purpose is it makes you want to be better. It makes you want to live better, because you're inspiring other people to change. And so you have to be that change that you want others to see and gravitate towards. So for me, Coach's Corner is a way that we can inspire other people to see how much we've grown, how much we've poured into ourselves first and foremost, because you have to have that mindset of abundance and not scarcity. You cannot have a victim mindset. You cannot have a fixed mindset, because there's no growth in there. You also have to have a mindset of gratitude, a mindset of why not me, and a mindset of I have to make sure that I am walking in those steps so that when the doors open, I can walk through them. Not wait for somebody to give me that push to say, you belong here. No, you have to show up in confidence, knowing that if God brought me to this, he is going to bring me through it. And so if you, again, it goes, why do you do what you do? What is your why? And if your why is tied to money, it's time to take some self-inventory and reevaluate some things in your life, because money comes and go. As quick as you get it, you can lose it just as quick.
Absolutely.
It's about longevity.
Yes.
And prosperity. And everybody's definition of success looks different. Mine is as if, just like what you just said, thanked me for helping you grow because you see me grow. That's it. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely good with that, because my purpose is to give other people a chance to share their stories, to pour into people, to make sure that they're changing and elevating their mindset to a positive way so that they can live life more abundantly. That is my purpose. And
Mm-hmm.
is what I will continue to do until God tells me something different.
Absolutely. I love that. And you said something about knowing what your purpose is and your why, right? And this brings me to this question. Not only what is your why, but what is that light that shines in you that it to help others to shine theirs as well.
I mean, compassion. I have self-compassion because I didn't always receive compassion from other people once upon a time. So I always wanted to have something that I was missing. So that starts with self. You have to be compassionate with yourself first and foremost, because the Bible talks about Jesus having compassion. And if Jesus can be compassionate toward us because he made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can still be here, who am
Correct.
I not to show that to you or anybody else?
Anybody.
And so
Yeah.
I have compassion for others as well as myself. I know that life is not, it does not revolve around me.
Mm-hmm.
I operate with grace because if
Mm-hmm.
God gives us grace every day, who am I not to give that same grace to somebody else, especially to myself first and foremost, because life
Yes.
is hard. And also, I don't hold on to stuff because people trying to make it, trying to get through life on a daily basis. You don't know what their struggles are. You don't know what their traumas are, their triggers are. And it's not our place to control those things for them. It's
Mm-hmm.
up to us to make sure that we do that for ourselves. But at the end of the day, if I see that you are having a bad day just because of your expression when you walk in the room, or your energy is making me look at you like, dang, what's going on with that?
Mm-hmm.
Overlook that, then I'm not being obedient to what God put inside me. I have to extend that compassion. I have to say, hey, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Or how are you today? How asking somebody how they're doing goes a long way.
Long way. Even
Because
just a smile.
yeah,
Like,
even a smile. Because think about it. We never know, we don't know when the last time somebody asked somebody how they were doing and genuinely meant it. You know, because some people just say stuff just to say stuff. If I ask you how you doing, I genuinely want to know how you're doing. It's
right.
just not a question just because.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. If I
Yep.
tell somebody I love them, I genuinely love them.
Genuinely.
I
Yep.
want the best for you. I
Yep.
see you. I hear you. I take those words to heart because I didn't always have somebody to say that to me. I didn't always feel like I had somebody to say that to me. So I don't want anybody to ever feel like that because it was hard as hell
Mm-hmm.
trying to claw yourself out of a dark place. And I'll speak for myself. I done been there, done that, not going back to that.
Right.
So if I
Right.
can help somebody else say, you know what, it's not that deep where I have to sink so far into depression that I don't feel like I have somebody, because I know
Mm-hmm.
that if Keke is in my circle, she's always going to be in my corner.
That's right. And that's what it boils down to when you are being intentional of making sure you love on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you loving on yourself, that actually will overflow and you'll be able to love on others. And now, as in you loving yourself, you actually show other people how to love on themselves
And how to love on you too.
and how to love on you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm so glad you said that, because that makes like all the sense in the world to me about just knowing how to love oneself. And that's, what I wanted to really talk about today is the mindset in self-love, because a lot of people's mindset with self-love is disconstrued, if that makes any sense. It's in this sense of, oh, well, I love me, but do you really love you? What is your mindset on loving you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you think just buying yourself materialistic things is loving you? Do you think that making sure you get your nails done, your hair done, this, that is all to self-love. What happened to the other part of it? And that's part of what I wanted to talk about today.
I think that a lot of people misconstrue self-love and self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Self-love is deeper than nails and hair and shopping and stuff like that. Yep. Self-love really makes you evaluate the things that you absorb on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you feeding yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically? It's just so much deeper. And I think self-love, like the epitome of self-love, comes from going on a healing journey, realizing that I am broken. I don't love myself because I'm allowing just anybody to love on me. And that's what I had to realize. Just because someone says that they love you does not mean that that person is supposed to love you, if that makes sense. If you get it. But self-love is just deeper than self-care. Self-love comes before the self-care, because if you love yourself, you're going to care for yourself in a way that makes you look different, makes you feel different, makes you want to say, hey, I like getting my nails done. I love myself enough to practice self-care. I love myself enough to know that, hey, no, these nails don't define me, but they do make me feel a certain way. When I love to get my nails done. I love to get my hair done. I love my skincare. I love reading my Bible. I love meditating. I love going outside, being with nature. I love pouring into my friends and family. That is a form of self-care and self-love for me. But I would not be able to do those things had I not rediscovered who I am and challenged myself to get out of that dark place that I found myself in years ago. Going back to that inner child and realizing that you were not lacking love. You just thought that you were. I really felt like when my paternal grandmother passed away when I was 8 years old, I really felt like she took all the love that I was getting with her. So I felt like, even though it was around me, I just felt like I wasn't getting the love that she gave.
She gave you.
And the mind, it goes with the mindset. Like if you have a mindset of you just don't understand certain things and you don't ask the question to find the answers to those things, you would go through life just all in a dark place.
Yeah.
You don't let anybody in. You don't become open enough to say, I want better for myself. I deserve better for myself. I'm not going to settle when I don't have to. I know that this person don't like me, so why should I continue to be a part of their circle? I know that when I walk in certain rooms, the energy shifts because I carry a certain weight of light inside me that God made me different for a reason. That comes with realizing that self-love or exploring the self-love, because you have it's an exploration. We all need to explore, what do you, if you look in the mirror and you can't find out one thing that you love about yourself, that's a problem.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to see something in you that you want somebody else to see in you. Like, what is it that you want somebody else to love? If you can't find the answer to love on you and why you love this about yourself or X about yourself, what's just telling the next person?
Absolutely. You know what I had to realize that when it came to self-love for me, I had to realize that joy and happiness is two different things. And I experience joy every day, but it's my responsibility to make myself happy. You can't put that on anybody else. I realized a long time ago that if I was waiting around for people to make me happy, I would never be happy.
I would never be happy.
Never.
I would never be happy. And it's like, especially with family, with people who are blood related to, let me not say family, because I have learned along the way that family is who you make it. Who you allow into your circle is your family, not your relatives. Relatives are the people who you are
connected through,
who you are birthed to, and what family you are birthed into. that is your relatives. And with them, I realized that their ignorance sometimes make them say some real off the wall craziness.
And you
that
also have
makes
to,
you just want to say, what?
yeah. But when it comes to that, to relatives, you also have to understand the lineage, because sometimes
True.
people can't give you what they've never had.
That's part.
Or people can't give you what they don't understand that you need. If they didn't get it, how can they get it unless they want to change and get that?
Right. And then that's the thing.
Goes to that
You
mindset.
have to be, and that's the thing with mindset. You have to be willing and be open to wanting to change your mindset or shift your mindset and shift your perspective on what life is.
Yes.
Right? My mother came from the same lineage of some of these people. And when I tell you they're completely different, like the mindset is from the same lineage, but it's completely different.
Yes.
And I just like, sometimes I'm like, where did you, how did you think that was a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, whatever, you know what I mean? But my mom was willing and wanting to shift that mindset from those, what is the word, that the negative behaviors,
Generational
negative
thinking.
understanding.
Generational thinking is what I call it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I'm glad that she did, because we probably would have never met. You probably wouldn't even be here. Like,
that's
to be
true.
honest. So when I applaud people for taking their mindset and allowing it to shift, because we experience multiple mindset shifts throughout our lifetime. Absolutely. Or at least we should. So even if you're operating in a state of consciousness where you are, you have that positive mindset, you live in an abundant mindset, you don't worry about the scarcity mindset and all the things, it's still a daily process, because not every day is going to be peaches and cream.
Oh, absolutely not.
You might wake up one day and be like, you know what, forget this mindset stuff. I'm just not in that state of mind right now. I don't want to, I don't want to adult today.
Exactly.
But
and
guess what?
Not every day we're going to want to adult. However,
you have to understand that life is not going to stop because you're having a bad day.
That's it. That's it. And it's either you going to say, okay, you know what? Life is life in right now. It is what it is.
And that's where the self-love and the self-compassion comes in, because you have to give yourself, and that's self-compassion and self-love is another word for grace. Give yourself enough grace to say, you know what, I'm not having a good day, but I'm not going to make anybody else's day bad because I'm having a bad day. Let me just love on myself a little bit, and that can be drinking a cup of coffee that can warm your soul, a cup of, a mug of tea, or eating something that makes you feel good. Like giving yourself something so that you can get out of that funk. You might have to splash some cold water on your face and say, hey, get over it.
Right.
It's not that bad, because somebody always have it worse than you.
Worse than you. Always.
And so I think that when you operate in a mindset world where you want better because you know that you deserve better, it just, you see things different. You view life different. What used to piss you off may not even faze you anymore. The people that you wanted all that attention from in high school, you see these people now and be like, really? That you still doing the same thing?
The same thing.
You walk into space and people you speak and they don't speak back. That right there was a pet peeve of mine, but I had to realize that, you know what? People can't give you what they can't have, and they may not have that hello for today.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's so true. I'm so glad we had this conversation today. One more thing before we go. Where are you and what are you working on? Tell the people what you're doing.
I actually have a my first poetry book coming out next month. So I am excited about it.
Mhm.
I have always used my words to inspire others, but I didn't like sharing my poetry because I shared my poetry in high school and it was stolen and then portrayed like it was their work, the person who.
Mhm, mhm,
So I was like, no, I'm gonna keep that sacred. I'm sharing, I'm gonna hold on to it. And now
mhm.
I'm in a place where God said, no, it's time. So I've wrapped it up. I'm getting ready to, take it to publication. And I'm excited about it. And it's called Mentally Hydrated. And it's all about the mind, mental health, making sure that you are taking care of yourself mentally so that everything else flows. That will be on all major platforms for his books on my website. I hang out on social media, of course, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on all those platforms. Um, those are the main ones that I do. YouTube, of course, and you can watch the podcast on YouTube. The magazine is flourishing. The next publication comes out in July, and it is our abundant episode. Well, issue, not episode,
Issue.
issue, our
Yes.
abundant issue. And so we just loving on people through giving them a voice to share their stories and a platform to come in to have a safe space to be vulnerable enough to want to share their stories because not all stories will be shared because they may not feel like they would be heard or
Right.
it's not safe to do so. But that's what I have going on.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. By the time this episode do air, the poetry book will be out already. So make sure you are going out, go and get that poetry book because it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be lit.
And it's
And
because we talked
make
about the
sure,
mindset shift. I have a poem called Mindset Shift inside the book.
yes, perfect. This is so perfect. And make sure you guys are going out and getting the magazine, 19 magazine. All the information will be at the bottom of, or in the description, I should say. So I am so happy that you are the first on the new episodes of Shine a Light. Thank you, sis, so, so much.
Thank
Tell the
you.
people where they could find you and all of that good stuff so that they can follow you.
I am the Keke Chanel on Instagram, Kicking It with Keke Media on Instagram and TikTok, and on Facebook is Keke Chanel or Arthur Keke Chanel. You can all find all of my information at thekekechanel.com. If you click on any one of the icons with the social media, it'll take you to my page and you subscribe or follow. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's how you can get in touch with me.
Awesome. Thank you again so much, Kiki. I love you, love you, love you.
I
This
love
is
you too. And thank you so much for having me. I'm so proud of you. I tell you that all the time. It's just amazing to see the growth on you. And you have cultivated your gifts and they are making room for you. So continue to do that.
thank you.
Continue to show up for yourself because you have blossomed, my friend. You have gone through that metamorphosis like the butterfly and transform. So I am super excited to see where God is taking you. Continue to be obedient. And I'm just going to
Absolutely.
sit back and say, yes.
Thank you so much again, sis. That means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Anyways, guys, I'm so glad that you are here watching this episode with us. Watch out, stay tuned for the next episode. We'll have another wonderful, amazing coach with us. And again, this is your girl, Kimmy B, aka Butterfly of Butterfly Thoughts, where today, tomorrow, and forevermore, I will be obedient to the Lord and allowing Him to help me to continue to shine a light on people, places, things, whatever it is. I will shine a light so that people can see you in a different perspective. Okay. So until next time, guys, peace.
Later.
Thank you for watching my channel. Until next time, remember, empower your mind, encourage your soul, and let your light shine.